Hey everybody, it's me, Marco from Things, and today we're going to talk about changing the battery on your Packfilm camera, and also we're going to start with a little talk about Save the Packfilm initiative from Florian Cups, or SuperSense as you want to say it. Okay, the Save the Packfilm initiative. A few people were criticizing me because I did the interview with Doc, and like on my point, I just did that interview to show you guys what's on. I'm here for an external watcher, let's say. I just want to document what's happening at SuperSense and the Save Packfilm initiative. I'm lucky enough to sit in Vienna where they are sitting and to know Doc and his team. So I'm happy that I'm in the position to get inside information and to be the first to know the stuff. That's pretty handy, and I kind of want to share that knowledge with you guys. If you're not into that, it's okay. But also keep in mind, I'm just doing that. I'm not sure if that Kickstarter campaign in September will be a success. I don't know if it won't be. Even if the Kickstarter campaign is a success, we are not proven that the film will continue. So my biggest hope is that the film will come alive again and that we have a lot of material on Typ100 to shoot again. I hope also that the price is not that expensive as 100C nowadays, with 45 euros that Doc sells it at his website. But to shoot, and I love the cameras that come with this, and that's what we are gonna do today. We have these Typ100 cameras here. That's a 230 camera here, and they all have batteries that you can still get on Amazon in America at least, but in Europe it's pretty hard already, and they're expensive. But it's pretty easy to change the cameras. There's two versions of these cameras. Most of them have 4.5 volt, and some of them have 3 volt. So the 320 takes 3 volt. It's easy to find out which voltage your camera takes by looking in the back here, and in this lid here it's written which voltage your camera takes. So that should either be 4.5 volts or 3 volts, depending on your camera. So we're gonna take a look at the 230 here. The 230 takes 4.5 volts. That's why I ordered this little piece here. Takes 3 AAA batteries. So we have 3 AAA batteries here and holder, and it puts them in serial. So we just put all the batteries inside of it. See that the direction is the right one, minus the plus. And now we have 3 batteries serial in there. This gives us an output of 4.5 volt, which is perfect for that camera. But we have a little problem. Let's take a closer look at the camera. In the back here, there's the battery compartment. If you never had a Typ100 camera, you can just open that from the slides. And then in here, you have the 2 contacts that you put onto your battery. And these go top here and bottom here. And then you have this clamp here in the middle that actually holds the battery. But unfortunately, our little holder here is too big for that clamp. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put out these clamps, cut them out, and that's pretty easy. We just have 2 screws here that we can unscrew, put that part out, and then we can put that battery inside. It needs a little soldering because we have these contacts that we will cut off and solder to our battery holder. But as soon as that's done, you can just glue it in there with some hot glue and stuff like that, or just leave it tangling around, but then it's pretty dangerous and could actually rip off the cables. So first things we do, we're gonna take our camera. I'm gonna show you how the shutter works and how it doesn't work. Now, as you can see, there's no battery inside. We turn it around. We hold our finger onto the light meter. That's this thing here. We hold our finger on top of it, on the light meter. We charge the camera here on the side, and then we release the camera and hold down the shutter. As you heard, there was one click, and now I move my finger away. Nothing happened. There was only one click. Let's do that again. One click. It's opening and closing the shutter. Even if you take a close look, so it's closed again. So what you're gonna do now, I have my power supply unit here that I can put to 4.5 volts. So minus is black, plus is red, and we have here plus, so we can clamp the first one on here, and that's minus, so we're gonna clamp it on here. There's a lot of corrosion already happening here. Do the same thing again, close it, pull the shutter, and now press the button. And as you heard, it was a little different, right? second click now. So now that automatic exposure of the camera is actually working because it has the voltage in there. We can show that again. So like it's always when you shoot with Typ 100 cameras, you just like hold it down, and as soon as I move my finger away, it's released. Down here you can set the speed. That also will change the shutter speed. So just like if I do it like that, you heard like these 2 clicks. So let's do that again. If I hold it down, 1 click, second click. That's the important thing you have to look at when you do that stuff. But we want to do that like, I can't run around with a power supply. That's a huge chunky thing, and that's not really good. So what we're gonna do is we take our 3 batteries and put them inside here. Start by closing the camera. To close a Typ 100 camera, you actually push on the top here and push that backwards here. And you can see 2 screws in here on both sides. So we're gonna take our screwdriver, pull them out. There was also something in the middle here which I already... Screw number 1, screw number 2. So both screws are loose. Well, that's easy, but that thing is kind of locked here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open the camera again. And as you can see, it's locked here. Like if I push this gray part here on the sides. So what we're gonna do is we just push the focusing all the way over, and then we can easily put that out. Just watch out, there's the cable also for the release. So we kind of want to cut off this piece here. Safety first. Since I already have problems with my eyes, safety is key. And we have our tool here. And now it's getting loud. Hope you like it. So the cable is in place, it's back here again. And now we can take our screws and put them back in. And screw it in. Here is that little piece that I already disassembled before. That's actually to hold the lid closed. So now you have that lid again. Close it, open it, and watch out for your wires. So that's the first part. We need to make space for our AAA battery holder for this little thing here. And this one has our output current, and we're gonna solder the wires that are in here to that little thing. So now the soldering starts. We need some solder, soldering iron, strip the contacts. I would try to leave as much as possible of that wires. So we're just gonna cut it off exactly at these contacts here. Just cut it off. These parts can go away, but keep them. As you can see, this one is plus and the black one minus. Strip a little bit of the wire off. Just enough to solder it to our battery holder. Now we have to figure out plus and minus, where they go. Start my soldering iron. A little fit here, way too much solder that I used. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of ways how you solder that differently or better. As you can see, my soldering skills are pretty horrible, but it's in there. I should have probably removed the batteries before. It was a stupid idea to have them in there. Put it in place, close the camera, turn it around, open it up. Wish me luck. Again, test. Easy as that. I would now do something to fix it a little bit better in here so it doesn't wobble around too much. You can build something, you can fix it with tape, whatever you want. Just like to have it not wobbling around here too much. But that's it. We have our working Packfilm camera here. All you need now is maybe save Packfilm. Maybe you still have something of this left. Baby. I love that film. Everybody can do it at home. You don't need like super fancy tools or anything. It's just like fine if you have a screwdriver, soldering iron. I think that's it. So for Save Packfilm, if you're into that stuff, the Kickstarter campaign will be in September, I think, or starting. Yes, we'll be starting in September. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it works out. But keep in mind, even if the Kickstarter campaign is successful, take a look at New 55. They failed afterwards. So like they were like well known. Like the Kickstarter campaign went good. It was for the 5 film, but I think Typ 100 film is a little bit more widespread. So there's probably more luck with that film. So I hope you liked the video. Next one will be about lights and outdoor and long time exposure. So I wanted to do that this week, but unfortunately the weather in Austria is like, it's super hot and every day it starts raining like in monsoon. Like it's crazy, like weather is completely unstable. So I hope the weather stays nice this weekend and we can film that light tutorial. See you next week. If you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. If you want to see more content, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!